If you have Ruben Herrera, the saboteur, and you want to get the maximum possible value from him in Top 11 2027, then you need to understand one thing first. Herrera is not a mentor that you simply assign to any formation. His entire design is built around counter-attacking football. At level 1, his tactical boost gives your team 30% more counter-attack effectiveness. At level 5, every player gets plus 20 creativity and passing currently. And these can increase to plus 25, and when you reach level 10, his signature move becomes extremely dangerous. During a counter-attack, the opponent's defense loses organization, making their marking, positioning, and speed 30% less effective. So today, I am going to show you the two formations and exact tactical setup I would use with Ruben Herrera, and I will also explain when you should use each one. Now let's start with my number 2 formation, 4-2-3-1. The setup is DL, 2 DCs, DR, 2 DMC, AML, AMC, AMR, ST. You can also go for, instead of 2 DMC, you can go for 2 MCs. This formation is excellent because it gives you a very good defensive structure while still keeping 4 attacking players ready to explode forward. And this is exactly what we want from Herrera. In possession, for shooting tendency, I recommend keeping it balanced rather than forcing your players to shoot from every possible position. For focus passing, use mixed. Why? Because the whole idea here is not to become predictable. When you win the ball, your team should be able to throw either flank or directly through the middle. For passing style, choose mixed. And for cross tendency, I recommend medium. We don't want to depend entirely on crosses because our AMC and midfielders can also create chances centrally. In transition, now this is the most important part. When possession is lost, press regroup. I don't want this formation to immediately throw the entire team forward after losing the ball. Instead, recover your defensive shape and wait for the next opportunity. But when possession is on, counter-attack, this is absolutely essential, and this is the main factor, because Herrera's level 1 tactical boost directly increases counter-attack effectiveness by 30%. So you don't want to waste his biggest strength by choosing focus on build-up. You win the ball and you immediately look to attack the space. Mentality. For mentality, I recommend normal as your default. You can move to attacking if you are the stronger team or you are chasing the game. But I wouldn't start every match with hard attacking. It's worst. Attacking hard is a worse choice. Because when you select hard attacking, your players are gonna drain their player condition dramatically. There are some tactic that will drain your player condition dramatically and it will backfire. As a result, you will lose the game because you may receive more goals because your players are tired and your opponent can take advantage of the situation. Remember, this is a counter-attacking system. You want your opponent to commit players forward because that gives your AML, AMR, AMC and a striker space to attack. Now, out of position. For marking style, zonal. For pressing style, it should be mid-press. This is important. If you want to save your player condition, you can also go for low block as well. We're not trying to play an ultra high pressing game as it drains player condition a lot, and after the 2027 update it's now more proved that you're gonna drain your player condition picking the pressing style high. So now we are not trying to play an ultra high pressing game, as I said. Now for backline, track opponent will be the right option, and for tackling style it should be balanced. So the complete setup of 4-2-3-1, it should be mixed focus passing, high crossing, press, regroup, counter attack, normal mentality, zonal marking, mid press, track opponent, and balanced tackling. This is the safer for Herrera, and it's particularly good when you are facing a team that is stronger than you, or a team that likes to attack, because the more they attack, the more opportunities Herrera gets to punish them. Now it's the number one 3-1-2-1-3. Definitely it's gonna be wing-based counter-attack. That is currently I'm using. But if you ask me which formation can make Ruben Herrera truly terrifying, my number one choice is 3-1-2-1-3 at the moment. This setup is, including 3 DCs, 1 DMC, 2 MCs, AMC, AML, ST, AMR. And this is actually one of the formations we've already discussed for Top 11 2027 before in the top 2 formation. But with Herrera, I would change the tactical philosophy. This isn't simply a wing-based attacking formation anymore. This becomes a wing-based counter-attacking machine. Now start with in possession. For shooting tendency, again keep it balanced. For focus passing, choose both flanks. That's the key. You have got AML and AMR, so why focus your attacks only through the middle? When you recover the ball, your midfield can release the ball towards either flank, and your wide attackers can immediately drive forward. For passing style, it should be mixed, and for cross tendency, I recommend it should be medium or high. We want the wide players to have the freedom to either cross or cut inside and combine with the AMC and striker. Now let's talk about in transition. This is where anything comes together. When position is lost, press regroup. And don't turn this into a chaotic all-out press. Your 3 center backs and DMs you already provide a strong defensive foundation. When possession is on, counter-attack should be your peak. Absolutely no question here. And this is where Herrera's level 1 ability becomes incredibly valuable, as I said earlier as well. You must pick counter-attack here. And if you pick a different one, not counter-attack, then your mentor will not perform at all, or he will perform poorly. This is his main feature in the tactic. So absolutely no question here. You already get 30% increased counterattack effectiveness from Herrera here in the level 1, but if you eventually unlock his level 10 signature move, things get even more interesting. During a counterattack, the opponent's marking, positioning, and speed become 30% less effective. Think about what that means. Your opponent wins the ball, you recover it, and suddenly your AML, AMR, AMC, and ST are running into a space while the opponent's defensive organization is weakened. That's exactly the situation Herrera was designed for mentally. For this formation, I recommend attacking. You have 3 center backs and a DMC behind the midfield, so you have enough defensive security to play more aggressively. If you are playing against an extremely strong opponent, you can drop to normal, but against an equal or weaker opponent, attacking is my preferred option. Out of position. For marking a zonal, pressing, it should be mid press. A backline, it should be track opponent. And tackling, it should be balanced. I don't recommend high press with this particular Herrera setup. It is because we're not trying to win the ball as high up the pitch as possible. We're trying to win the ball and immediately exploit the space behind the opponent. And after that, why it is mid press? Mid press gives you a better balance between defensive stability and counter-attacking opportunities. Now let's talk about how I would actually use Herrera during matches. First of all, don't think of his plus 20 creativity and passing boost as something only your attackers benefits from. It applies to all players. That means your defenders, DMC and midfielders can all benefit from it. And that's especially useful in a counter-attacking system because your first pass after winning possession becomes extremely important. Your DMC wins the ball, the midfielder receives it, then the ball goes toward AML and AMR or AMC, and suddenly you are attacking. That's exactly why Herrera's creativity and passing boost plus counter-attack boost work so well together. And if you have his level 10 signature move, I would prioritize using Herrera in matches where you expect the opponent to attack aggressively, because that's when you can create the biggest counter-attacking opportunities.